welcome to the stage, Richard Tice.
Brexiteers! Are we going to have fun tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Is anyone excited? We're here at the home, Parliament Square, the mother of all democracies. And we're looking forward just under an hour and a half's time before, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We leave the European Union. This evening, including lots of audience participation with some patriotic songs. Because of course we're all Democrats, and the big winner here, ladies and gentlemen, let's remember, is democracy. It's democracy that prevailed over the establishment. It's democracy that prevailed over big business and Project Fear. It's democracy that prevailed over much of the mainstream media. So democracy is the big winner, ladies and gentlemen. And we've got to be honest, it's taken a while, hasn't it? 3.5 years. But we're here now. We've all got joyous recollections during that period. For me, the big moment was on referendum night. As the results came in, the Sunderland roar. That was the moment. My second big recollection, when I knew Brexit was definitely going to happen, we just didn't know when, was when the Brexit Party won the European elections. Now, we can look forward with hope, with ambition, with enthusiasm, with excitement to a brand new future as an independent, sovereign, proud, and above all, confident nation. And confidence is a massively important thing. And what better way to kick off this evening's programme with a confidence, huge rendition of Land of Hope and Glory from everyone. So I want you to give a massive welcome to the stage, because I can't sing, let me tell you. So we've got three fantastic singers. Please give a huge welcome to one of our MEPs, Belinda de Lucy, Inaya Pilar Iman, and a young Brexiteer, Shanti. Give them a big round of applause. the singers later. But now, ladies and gentlemen, a lady who needs little introduction. And when I talk about the word confidence, this lady has got confidence written all over her face. She's had a varied career. She started off as a politician. She then realised that actually there were much more important things in life. Maybe she thought she should be a celebrity dancer. But then her real calling was when she phoned up Nigel and said, I need to come and join the Brexit party. She's a wonderful woman, an incredibly tireless worker. Please give a huge, huge welcome, Anne Whittaker!
Future as a free country. But there is still lots more to do, because for the next 12 months there is going to be a major negotiation, and Mrs. von der Leyen says that there's going to have to be a level playing field. We will wake up in a free country. Is due to the Brexit party. Because it was the Brexit party that beginning last May, when we were the largest party in the entire European Parliament, it was we who began to get us out of the morass into which we had sunk. And if we hadn't done that, we would still be there. So we can take huge pride. And look at you all here today. You've come from all corners of the country. From Sunderland, from Barnsley, from Wales, and somewhere here are my colleagues from Plymouth. And our strength lies in the fact that there are so many people, quiet people, ordinary people, people who don't want to be politicians, but who do want to live in a free country, and who see nothing wrong with patriotism. So I think that we can all congratulate every single one of us. Of course, mainly it has been the doing of Nigel Farage. I had enough after 7 months. He's been doing it for 25 years. Tomorrow we will wake up in a free country with a glorious future. And we can be confident, dash it, we're the world's 5th largest economy. We don't need anybody to prop us up. up or to tell us what to do. And of course we want to cooperate and to have good relations, but there is a difference between a sovereign state and a super state, and we will never be part of their super state.
Never!
So thank you. Thank every single one of you here for what you've done. Now today, let us rejoice in the day that the Brexit Party made.
A massive thank you to Anne Widdecombe. She is amazing. Tireless energy. Hugely important figure, as is our next speaker. From the world of celebrity dance, we move swiftly to the pub. Because, ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker, he's the largest publican in the country. He's a fantastic businessman, a great entrepreneur, an example to us all. And again, he's worked tirelessly through the last few years to battle for the cause of Brexit. And it's not easy for someone running a big business, but he's took on the rest of the multinationals. He's an absolute star. Please give a huge, huge welcome, Mr. Tim Martin.
Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. It's been a fantastic effort by everyone here. It's been a fantastic effort by millions of people at home. I want to say as well, fantastic by Nigel, Richard and the Brexit Party. I want to mention a couple of other people because it was a very broad church. Kate Hoey, Frank Field did a fantastic job in the Labour Party. Jacob Rees-Mogg and Mark Francois, Steve Baker, a lot economists for free trade. Quite a few academics were brave enough to go against the trend. Robert Toombs, Noel Malcolm, and a few others. They did very, very well. But most of all, thank you to you all here. It's been fantastic. I've just got a couple of little messages. I want to give a message to our the European people. This was not a vote against them. This was a vote against the EU institutions. The people of Europe are our friends and allies. I just want to say as well, we don't want to forget, a lot of Europeans have legally come to this country and worked very hard and made a very great contribution. So thanks to them as well. I just want to say to our Remainer colleagues and civilians, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are magnanimous in victory. And our message to our Remainer friends is, let's stay friends. We had a good debate, but now we have to plough on. I want to just say two things. One is, we did understand what we voted for. And the second thing I'd like to say, ladies and gentlemen, is the vote for Brexit was a vote for democracy. It wasn't a vote for xenophobia. It's very important to realise it. A couple of other points that I'm going to go. But the big worry I have at the moment is a lot of people are saying we must have a deal. That's very, very dangerous. dangerous, because if you think you must have a deal, you can end up signing a long document with a lot of traps in it. When America became independent from us and became a massive success, were they worried about signing a trade agreement at the Boston Tea Party? Were the Australians and Singaporeans worried about a deal when they became independent? No! All these countries have become great success as a result of democracy. Our message to Boris and everyone else involved is, please don't tie us up in a 500-page deal that only the Attorney General can understand. I've done it for tonight. I've brought a deal here. And the deal is this. It's one sentence. Dear Michel Barnier, we agree to trade with you without tariffs. And that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed. Appreciate all your work. Have a great day. Have a great evening. Isn't it great? The one and only, the true Tim Martin. Thank you very much, Tim, as always. Now, we love a bit of audience participation. We love some songs, and there is, of course, one song in particular by a very, very special singer. Some of you may have already guessed. His name starts with D, and D stands for Dominic. I wonder if the other Dominic is listening in number 10. But please, ladies and gentlemen, give a huge, massive, raucous welcome, the one and only Mr. Dominic Frisby!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My band, the Gilets Jaunes. This first song is about how there are two sides to everything. They said he's a misogynist, a liar and a cheat, an alt-right sexual predator, uncontrolled and indiscreet. Of colluding with the enemy and treason he's accused, of sexual misconduct, of distributing fake news, a lying, narcissistic national threat. Yet, maybe Donald Trump is not all bad. I know the very thought will make you mad, but markets are up, taxes are down, he's talking to North Korea, dealt with Iran, doesn't like Sadiq Khan. Is there really all that to fear? Maybe Donald Trump is not all bad. Said that the world over, it is trusted and admired, truthful and impartial and at times even inspired. Its many finest moments oh so fondly we recall, this cherished national treasure that is loved by one and all. It educated, it informed, it entertained. All the same,
Did you say that?
maybe we should rethink the BBC. Why do we need state-supplied TV? It's oh so pious and riddled with bias. Could its programs be any blander? Don't watch it, you say, you've still got to pay for this statist propaganda. Why should the license fee be mandatory? They said she was a strategist of judgment sound and true, experienced and competent, consistent through and through. Though lacking in charisma, she is forceful and refined, a strong and stable leader for these dark and dangerous times. This shrewd operator has it so well planned. On the other hand, thank the Lord Theresa May has gone. Christ, she just went on and on and on. Her Brexit's insane, incompetence reigns, it's chaos unabated. Never said what she thinks about anything, it's like she's automated. Thank the Lord Theresa May has gone. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to our second song of the night. And this is a song I think you all know. However, we have a slight problem. This song involves a lot of industrial language. And I've been told that I'm not allowed to swear on this stage. That would be a public order offence. And I don't want to get in it, and I don't want to land Richard in it. So I have replaced the key word, ladies and gentlemen, with the word fudge. However, if you want to sing the key word, that is your decision and not mine. And I doubt they'll arrest 50,000 of you. This song, ladies and gentlemen, is all about Brexit. On the 21st of June in 2016, the people of the United Kingdom and Gibraltar went to vote on an issue that for some had been burning for years. The question in full and unaltered was, and I quote, should the United Kingdom remain a member of the European Union or leave the European Union? It was the greatest democratic turnout in British history. I do not scoff. And when the time came to speak, the British said, Campaigning had gone on for many a month, with debate and discussion on many a front. They'd argued, they thought they had smeared and pumped stunts. It was David Cameron, Theresa May, George Osborne, Tony Blair, John Major and the BBC. The British told them to fudge off 17 million fudge off. If you vote to leave, you'll lose your job. If you vote to leave, you'll lose your home. The ensuing recession will last for years. Sir David Cameron, Theresa May, George Osborne and the Treasury, Tony Blair, John Major, the BBC, the Bank of England, Mark Carney, the EU, the IMF, the US President, St. Obama, back in the queue. Loads of celebrities, Gary Lineker, J.K. Rowling, like on the twit. Lord Adonis. Who the fuck's he anyway? The British told them to fuck off. 17 million fuck off. They called in the experts to tell us what's right. They gave us the benefit of their foresight. To leave is calamitous, that's their denied. Food shortages, planes grounded, no medicine, a house price crash, 500,000 jobs lost, cost of £4,300 to every home, riots, stock market collapse, no sandwiches. There'd be an outbreak of super gonorrhea. They seriously said that. Donald Tusk at the EU said it would be the end of Western civilization as we know it. One more thing, if you vote to leave, that makes you racist. The British told them to fuck off. 17 million fuck off. A general election was finally called. I think you know where we told them to go. We won't need to hear from them ever again. From who? I've got a list. From Tony Blair, John Major, John Bercow. How much pleasure it gives me to say that. Joe Swinson, all those MPs who switch parties without holding a by-election. Shukru Hana, Sarah Wollaston, Anna Soubry. Not a Nazi. All the MPs who did the opposite of what they promised in their manifestos. Dominic Grieve, David Cork, Philip Hammond, Oliver Letwin, Ed Vasey. Thank you. All those patronising Labour MPs who know so much better than you. Emily Thornbury, Diane Abbott, Jess Collins, Jeremy Corbyn. That weird one with glasses, not a surname. Hillary Benn. Hillary's a girl's name, what the fuck's that all? What the hell? The Civil Service, the Bank of England, the EU, the IMF, half of Hackney, Guy Verhofstadt, Emmanuel Macron, the Commentariat, Johnny Moron, Andrew Marr, Femi Weirdo, Aaron Bastani, Gina Miller, all the celebrities, Hugh Grant, Gary Lineker, Lily Allen, Steve Coogan, Nish Kumar, Lord Adonis. Who the fudge is he anyway? The British told you to fuck off. 17 million fuck off. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Dominic. Fantastic.
That was incredible.
Well, that warmed us up, didn't it? So now, ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker is quite unique because he's been battling to leave the European Union since 1975. Our John Mills, he was part of the campaign, he led the campaign in 75 to leave the common market. So he's got a bit of experience about this. And that's why it's so wonderful that the chairman of Labour Leave, who's been battling so hard, utterly committed to this cause, he was also chairman of Vote Leave. He's here with us this evening. Give a massive welcome, John Mills.
Well, thank you very much, Richard. And I think you may have seen me looking about 45 years younger in a film a little bit earlier on. And I was there in 1975, I was in charge of all the administration. So I've been at it for a long time. And why was I against the common market in 1975? I'll tell you. I thought the food prices were going to go up. And what happened? Up they went. I thought we would do badly on trade and that they would sell more to us than we sold to them. And what happened? Exactly that. I thought we'd be paying in more to their budget than we were getting out, more than was fair. And what happened?
Exactly that.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to have the common agricultural policy nobody in this country wanted. And what happened then? They had that. But then they don't, right at the last minute, they betrayed the fishing industry completely. So I had a lot of reasons in 1975 for being pretty sceptical about whether our membership was a good idea. That's why I fought against it. But I was still there. I was still there when the 2016 referendum came along. And I think the arguments that I had in 1975 were still just as opposite. Plus, by that time, we had a European army in prospect. We had the Eurozone, crippling the countries, especially Greece and Italy doing very poorly, Spain not doing very well, loads of unemployment. And then also we had immigration, which wasn't an issue in 1975, but certainly was when we got to 2016. So today's a great day. What we've done, despite all the obstacles we had, everything the Remainers did, is we got through to live in the European Union. But my message to you is this: don't be too overconfident that we've won the war. We've won a really important battle, but there's a long way to go. Because if we're not very careful, we'll find a whole lot more people want to lock us into the single market. They want to lock us into the customs union. They want us half in and half out. And my message to you this evening is this: if we're going to come out of the European Union at all, we've got to do it properly. We've got to come out of all these institutions. We've got to trade with the EU like everybody else in the world does, without all the political stuff that gets in the way. So my message to you this evening is stand fast. Yay! Don't let them take it away from us. Make sure that we finish it all off and come out, and I think we can. I think we can, and I think that will leave Britain in a wonderful position for the rest of the history. So stand by together. God bless you all.
Thank you, John. In this job, he's fought so hard and battled, and today is partly thanks to the likes of John Mills. It's time for everyone to sing again, isn't it?
Yes!
What about Rule Britannia? Anyone like singing Rule Britannia? Well, let's have a go. So let's invite the ladies back onto the stage with our band for that wonderful patriotic song that we all know and love so well. Here we are. Here they come. Give them a huge welcome. Belinda, Anaya and Shanti. break. Give a huge round of applause. And now, we've had business people, we've had celebrities from the world of media. We're not interested in some of these radio channels, except one. There's a very special person who's brilliant on talk radio. She gets up very early and she entertains us with considered comments. Very thoughtful. Please give a massive welcome, the one and only Julia Hartley-Brewer.
The work, boys. It's great to be here. What can I say? It's great to be here with you tonight to celebrate this incredible moment in our nation's history. There's been a lot of talk today about how we Brexiteers shouldn't be triumphalist. How we shouldn't celebrate too much or too openly. How we mustn't gloat or rub Ramona's noses in it. But you know what? Gathering here tonight isn't gloating. It's not rubbing people's noses in it. We shouldn't have to hide away in a dark corner as if Brexit was something to apologise for or to be embarrassed about. We aren't ashamed to be Brexiteers or to be British. Lots of people today saying they're ashamed to be British. Indeed, some of us are proud to fly our flag. Some of us are even proud enough to wear it. It was a bit more Old Spice than Ginger Spice. I've got another dress on underneath. Just saying. We have been a nation divided since 2016, but it didn't have to be that way. And we can end all of that division tonight at 11 p.m. Now is the time for us to all come together. Now, whether you voted for Brexit, which I have a funny feeling quite a lot of us did, or whether you didn't vote for Brexit, whether you love Brexit or whether you hate Brexit, that doesn't matter anymore. All we ask of you, however you voted, is that you accept the democratic mandate for Brexit to happen. And tonight, we hold out, as Brexiteers, the hand of friendship to you and to ask you to join us in celebrating tonight. Because tonight isn't just about Brexit. It isn't about leaving the EU. It's about celebrating our democracy. Because when 11 p.m. comes, that isn't the end of Brexit. It's just the start. Everything's stuck together. It's the start, though, of something wonderful. The rebirth of our democracy, the kick-starting of our economy, a new optimism, a new self-belief, a new vision for a 21st century Britain as a proud, independent nation-state once again. We're going to forge new friendships and alliances with countries around the globe. And yes, just across the channel too. Don't vote. And now for me, I've got to say, today has been a mixture of joy, relief and pride. Joy that we can at last control our own destiny. Relief that we finally, after all those battles, we got here today. And pride, so much pride, that the British stood firm in the face of everything that's been thrown in them. They thought they could scare us into voting the right way. They thought they could insult us into changing our minds. Did we, Flynn? No, we did not. They also thought that they could convince us, they could scare us. They thought they could fool us into accepting a pretend Brexit in name only. They thought they could trick us into a second referendum, offering a choice between Remain and Remain Light. Were we fooled? No! They thought we could use the courts and every single trick in the parliamentary rulebook to try to overturn the referendum result. But did we give up? No! No. We stood firm. We refused to believe their lies. We refused to take no for an answer. We refused to be ignored. Today, more than 3.5 years after our votes were counted in June 2016, our voices have finally been heard. And we will never be silenced again. There are so many amazing people who made this day happen. Not just the household names like Nigel Farage and Boris Johnson, but 17.4 million people in households up and down the country. You, me, everyone here, lots of people watching. And those people, no matter what was thrown at them, never lost their faith. They never stopped believing that democracy would triumph in the end. I, tonight, have never been prouder to be a Brexiteer, and I've never been prouder to be British. Happy Brexit Day, everyone.
Thank you very much indeed. We've nearly half an hour left, ladies and gentlemen, before the big moment. But please now, again, she's a businesswoman and from the world of media. She works for the Pledge for Sky TV. Please give a huge welcome, Michelle Dewberry.
Thank you. Good evening. Wow, what a turnout. And I tell you what, if you'd have read some of the newspapers today, apparently tonight was going to be a damn squib. Apparently people were not going to turn out, but turn out you have. Many of you have been standing here in the freezing cold and the pouring rain, so well done you. The 31st of January 2020. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a significant moment in history. Yes. And as a Brexiteer, it was a moment that I never actually thought at some point was going to happen. Because fighting for this moment has taken courage, it's taken strength, and it's taken resilience. Because us Brexiteers, we have been called names, we have been dismissed, we have been undermined, and we have been criticised. And tonight, we come together, we finally have got our wish, which is to stay in Europe, but to leave the EU. And we did it! We did it! And as you look around the Parliament Square, you'll see some statues. And among them, you will see leaders, previous leaders of countries from, believe it or not, outside of the EU. We've got places like India, US, the South Africa, and it's a timely reminder that there is a world outside of the EU. And in that world is a world of opportunity. And after 11 o'clock tonight, there will be no such thing as leavers and remainers. Because after 11 o'clock tonight, we are all leavers. Yes, we are. And I will keep this very simple. And I think we should end on a nice note with a 3 cheers to our future of opportunity, to our freedom, and to the fact that democracy prevailed. So let's have 3 cheers to leaving the EU and our future. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! And one last one, hip hip! Hooray! Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is not about those people in that building over there. It is not about the elites. It is not about the establishment. It is about you guys and the 17.4 million people that fly their flags and celebrate our independence and our freedom. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. What a fantastic speech. Uplifting, positive, enthusiastic. And our next speaker, ladies and gentlemen, he's also fought for decades to leave the European Union. He was often a lone figure in the House of Commons. During the referendum campaign, he created and ran the group Grassroots Out. He's without question got the brightest, most garish tie in the House of Commons. Please give a massive welcome, Mr. Peterbone, MP.
Wow, what a wonderful evening. In less than an hour, we're going to leave the European Union superstate. I've been waiting 30 years for this. The establishment wanted to keep us in a costly, undemocratic and wasteful federal Europe. 2 million people from the EU came and lived and stayed in this country, whether we wanted them or not. We gave the European Union more than £211 billion. And what did we get in return for it? Nothing! But tonight, we end the free movement of people. We stop paying the European Union billions and billions of pounds each and every year. We will make our own laws in our own country, judged by our own judges. Tonight, we take our country back. Yes! But can I for a moment just take you back to December 2015? At that time, the establishment said we must stay in Europe. David Cameron and the government said we must stay in Europe. The Labour Party said we must stay in Europe. And of course the BBC said we must stay in Europe. Tom Purslove, the MP for Corby, Councillor Helen Harrison and myself thought, we British people want to leave. Let's have a grassroots campaign to get us out. And that's how we formed Go. And we met a whole lot of extraordinary people during that campaign who agreed to put their political differences to one side. We had the great Kate Hoey from Labour, the superb Grand Stringer from Labour. We had the embodiment Sammy Wilson from the DUP. We had the vocal Ian Paisley. We had 50 supportive Conservative MPs, including David Davis, Liam Fox and Jacob Rees-Mogg. But we had one other person. We had the legendary Nigel Farage. And I tell you that no single person has done more for Brexit than Nigel Farage. As Tom and I and Helen toured the country, we went to England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland and even Gibraltar. And when we went to the meetings, people took thousands and thousands of Go leaflets to deliver. They organised street stalls. They organised canvassing. And it's true that people like Kate, Sammy, myself, Helen, Tom helped to deliver Brexit, and of course Nigel. But the real people who I'm so very grateful for and to were the individuals who from those grassroots out meetings went out and campaigned to deliver Brexit. I believe what they did made the difference between winning and losing that referendum. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we leave the European Union. And tonight we should celebrate. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter, and thank you for everything that you've done. The hour is approaching, ladies and gentlemen, but before we get there, we've just got the Brexit All-Stars Band to entertain you before our final speaker, the one and only Nigel.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Come on, people. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. When I see you hanging about with anyone, it's not unusual to see me cry. It's not unusual to be mad with anyone. When I see you holding the pound, it's such a crime. If you should ever want to be loved by anyone, it's not unusual, it happens every day. No matter what they say, you'll find it happens all the time. Two mates, here we go.